Welcome everyone, this is episode 76 of Be a Pro Action with Theo Tugersson here on Dynasty Central Sports. Thank you for joining us in this episode as we are heading up to the Twin Cities for a Twin City Tango against the Minnesota Wild. They're 27-26-5. We're 39-14-8, and Tugs has 28 points on the season. So far, coming over to St. Louis has been pretty fruitful for Tugs' career, as we are one of the top teams in the league, as well as Tugs is playing with a top-tier roster lineup, and we are heading into the XL Energy Center here against the Minnesota Wild. They got a bevy of solid, talented players on this team. No Kirill Kaprizov, but it is David Rittich between the pipes. 21-13-0 record with 3 shutouts. The Czech goaltender is going to face off against Tuukka Rask, 27-9-3 with 3 shutties as well. We got the drop of the puck between Gino Malkin and someone on the Minnesota Wild. I think it's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He'll win that back to Matt Dumba. Passes that over to Kevin Fiala. The Swiss winger skates in, passes over to Nugent, takes a shot, and that's going to miss the hit Tuukka Rask, and now it is Tarasenko over to Brayden Schenn. Brayden Schenn skates into the zone, and he's going to lose that to Seth Jones. That is Seth Jones now. He has the puck. Over to Fiala, takes a big hit from Matthias Ekholm, who will trip over his dead body. Nugent-Hopkins will pass that through, and Zuccarello now picks up the puck. We got some defensive maneuvers back there. Back to Dumba at the point. Over to Jones. Over to Nuge. And he'll take a huge hit from Gino Malkin in the slot for taking that shot. Nugent takes a shot again. And that is going to go to Tugs. And that's poke checked away from Tugs and over to Gino Malkin. Over to Brayden Schenn. And Tugs is going to go for a line change. Coming back out at the 13:42 mark. The Wild is going to be on the PK, and we got the power play now for the St. Louis Blues. Minute 50 in the power play. Passes over to Tugs. Tugs now has it, skates over the red line, takes a hit, and loses it. That is going to get dumped back into the Blues zone, and we're going to pick up the puck. That is going to be Justin Falk. Justin Falk had the puck, passes that over now to Brayden Schenn, over to that is Ryan Getzlaf, over to Nino Niederreiter, scores, and that's going to be the first tally of this game. It is going to be 1-0. The St. Louis Blues get a big-time goal from the Swiss winger, Nino Niederreiter, the former Minnesota Wild winger and New York Islanders first-round pick. We got that on the power play, as that was a great play from Brayden Schenn. Ryan Getzlaf digging that out to get that over to Nino Niederreiter, who will put that right past David Rittich for the first goal of the game. We got Ryan O'Reilly at the draw now as 1-0 with Schenn and Getzlaf with the apples. Tugs has the puck over to Ryan O'Reilly, over to Tyler Ennis. Ennis will take a shot and save from Rittich, covered up. Nino Niederreiter stands in front of the crease. We got a face-off to the right of Rittich, and that is going to be Ryan O'Reilly on the draw. He will win that to Tyler Ennis, back to Tugs. Tugs shakes a shot and misses the net. That is going to be stolen by Jared Spurgeon, who will take a huge hit from Tyler Ennis. That is a shocking hit. And that's Kevin Fiala with the loose puck. He'll pick it up, go through the neutral zone into the Blues zone. He'll skate in, take a poke check from Tugs, and Zuccarello, the Norwegian winger, will shoot that, and that's covered up. And now Tyler Ennis over to Tugs from Ryan O'Reilly. Spurgeon steals that from Tugs, and Tugs is going to go for a line change. And let's see, jumping back out in this first period. It's 2-1 now, as Oscar Sundqvist is going to get a goal. 20. We're jumping out at the 3:10 mark, and no, 3:05. Take a huge tug from Theo Tugersson, and that's the first jump out in this shift, and that is great. Sundqvist with a dangle, and he will lose it. He'll pick up the puck, though, as it was loose. He jumped all over that like a hobo on a ham sandwich. Spurgeon steals it, though, passes that over to Fiala, over the Nuge. Nugent-Hopkins skates into the Blues zone, turns away from a hit, passes over to Strawman, shoots, and save from Tuukka Rask. Covered up, and we're going to have a draw to the left of Tuukka Rask. Tugs leading the league in hits or tugs, 243 to be exact. Face off to the left of Tuukka. We got Gino Malkin at the draw. He will lose that as Spurgeon over to, I don't know. This screen is fucking me up right now. Pavelski has it. He will lose it over to Strawman. Over to Kunin, who takes a huge teammate tug. Braden Shen passes that over to Tarasenko. Tarasenko will skate that into the wild zone. Passes over to Shen, who will lose that. Joe Pavelski over to Anton Strawman. He will lose it and pass that over to Matthias Ekholm, over to Gino Malkin now, and that's offsides. 6 milliseconds left in this first period. It is pretty much a drop of the puck and the end of the first period. So we're going to take a look at some of the highlights from Braden Shen, Recken, Joel Eriksson Ek, and then that is David Rittich. We're just going to go through the 6 milliseconds, no big deal. Go to the first period intermission. Take a look at the highlights. We'll see you in the second. Welcome to the second period here at Xcel Energy Center, and I do not understand what is the deal between my transitions. It's fucking up the quality of my graphics. Malkin will win that back to Ekholm. He'll dump that into the wild zone. We got period 2 start off. Dumba over to the Nuge. Nuge has it, and he loses it to Braden Shen. Seth Jones peels that away from Braden Shen, and Fiala now has it poked away by Ekholm, who will take a big hit on Fiala, loses it. Braden Shen over to Tugs. Tugs over to Malkin. Malkin coming in. First, 2-on-1 and shot by Tarasenko, saved from Rittich. Over to Fiala now, takes a hit as well from, I believe that is Braden Shen with the physical play. Over to Tarasenko on the breakaway. He'll take a shot and misses the net.
You suck.
The Wild now have it. No, over to Tugs, takes a shot, and that's covered up by Rittich. 7:13 of the second period, 2-1 by the Blues, and look at the eyes from Vladimir Tarasenko. The guy is on a mean streak. Ryan O'Reilly loses that faceoff. Seth Jones has it in the corner. Tyler Ernest pokes that out, and that's going over to Connor Brown on the breakaway. Going down, Tugs with a poke check of doom, and that's going over to the Wild player. Shot in the slot, and Ekholm with some physical play, and that's going to be Nino Niederreiter now with the puck. That's Ryan O'Reilly over to Tugs. Tugs now has the puck, skates in, passes over, stolen by Dumba. That was gonna be for Tyler Ennis. Connor Brown now skates into the Blues zone, passes over to Pavelski, shoots that safe from Tuukka. Nino Niederreiter now has the puck, loses that. That is gonna be Luke Kunin behind the net, passes that out, shot and save. Wild take another shot, safe from Tuukka. That's going to be covered up, and Tugs with a little physical play after the whistle. That's going to happen for sure. Tugs is always looking for a fight, throwing around a little physical play, getting into the mind of the other opponents. We're going to go for a line change, and we're going to jump back out at the 9:11 mark, and we got another goal from Tyler Ennis. 3-1 now in the second period. Tarasenko loses the puck, and he'll control it again. Shot, and that's saved by David Rittich. Strawman now has the puck, and he'll lose that to Tarasenko. Over to Braden Shen with a shot and save from Rittich. Strawman controls that back to Malkin. Over to Tarasenko. Tugs with a shot and blocked in front. Jared Spurgeon over to Tom Kuhnackel. The German will dump that into the blue zone, and Tugs will pick that up behind the net. He'll pass that over to Tarasenko, and Tarasenko now passes that over to Malkin. Malkin back over to Braden Shen. He'll lose that. Over to Ekholm. Back to Tugs with a shot and save from Rittich. That was a weak shot, but I don't really buy that. Tugs with a hit after the whistle again on number 15, and a shot on Rittich. Tugs is trying to get some physical play, maybe a little bit of fight action. We'll see if that is going to come to fruition in this game. Ryan O'Reilly with the face-off to the left, right of David Rittich. Ryan O'Reilly with the draw. He will win that back, and that is over to Nino Niederreiter, over to Ennis, and that's Ryan O'Reilly over to Nino Niederreiter again. Tyler Ennis pinned along the boards in the corner. The Wild dig that out, and that's Strawman over to Kuhnackel. Kuhnackel coming in on Matthias Ekholm. Tugs Dipsy Doodles and then pokes that away. Ryan O'Reilly has it now. He will throw that up the boards, and Jordan Greenway loses that, passes it off. Tugs going to go for a line change? Yeah, he will. We're going to go off, and let's see if we come back in this period. We do at the 28-second mark, and Gino Malkin with a goal. 4-1 now in the second period. Jared Spurgeon has the puck, loses that behind the net. Ryan O'Reilly putting a lot of pressure. Tyler Ennis with a shot and scores. That's 5-1 now. Tyler Ennis coming up big, and Tyler Ennis, also a former Minnesota Wild, getting his revenge on the Minnesota Wild here with his second goal of the night, 13th of the season. Tyler Ennis with a nice shot right through the wickets of David Rittich, and the Czech goaltender needs to check his pads because there's a big hole between his legs. I know that was low-hanging fruit, but I will take it. David Rittich gives up 5 goals so far in this game, and the graphics are just fucking killing me. Ryan O'Reilly now at the draw. He had the assist, the only assist on that goal. Tyler Ennis skates through, and he will get the puck, and that's going to be the end of the second period. The Minnesota Wild are just getting railed right now in front of their home fans. I can't believe they're even still here right now. 5-1. Let's go to the third period and see if we can inflict any more damage against this already depleted roster. See you in the third. We're back here at the XL Energy Center for the third period and say sayonara to David Rick as his day is over. Corey Crawford, the former Stanley Cup champion of the Chicago Blackhawks, now backup goaltender to shit-stained David Rittich in Minnesota. That's got to be a real far drop for you, Corey. You're back in the pipes, though, and Malkin wins that faceoff. Dumps that over from Ekholm into the zone. Matt Dumba picks up the puck now, skates that out, and loses that. Braden Shen now picks up the puck. Malkin with a shot, no muffin. Seth Jones over to the Nuge. Nuge skates that into the Blues zone. He'll pass that over, and shot and save from Tuukka Rask. And Tugs with a hit on Nugent Hopkins.
You looking for a Tilly, buddy? Let's have a Donnie, bro.
We're going to get a fight between the Nuge and Tugs. Let's see if we can get a big fight out of Theo Tugersson. Couple punches and blocks from the Nuge. He actually looking like he can hold his own in the ring between Tugs and the Nuge. This is a big fight, as Tugs is missing a couple punches here. Oh, he's landed a couple there. Nope, a couple more misses, and Nuge is throwing on some hits. That is good. Looks good. Oh, that is going to pop his head off, though, as the Nuge goes down with a big fight from Theo Tugersson, and Tugs gets the dub against the alternate captain of the Minnesota Wild. They're going to go both off for 5 minutes in the third period, and Tugs is enjoying beating the shit out of the Nugent Hopkins of the Minnesota Wild. We got Coach Bo Median asking to protect the lead. Tugs is in the box. Why did he skate over from the box to get told? I don't know. It's a shitty cutscene, but let's go and see if we can protect the lead after we get out of the box for beating the shit out of Ryan Nugent Hopkins. All right, we're jumping back out in 13:28 mark of the third period. 5-1 between the Minnesota Wild and the St. Louis Blues. Malkin with the draw. Loses that back, and that is a shot and scores from the Minnesota Wild. 5-2. That was pretty quick as we are back out on the ice, and Tuukka Rask gives up a slapper from Mats Zuccarello, the 12th goal of the season from the Norwegian Hobbit, as he just snipes that clap bomb city here in Twin Cities between the slot, the hashies. What a nice snipe from Mats Zuccarello, who used to actually be called Matt Zuccarello Austin, but his last name was way too fucking long for NHL jerseys. He shortened it to Zuccarello. Actually, I don't know if that's a true story, but his name was Matt Zuccarello Austin when he was in the Olympics. All right, Malkin now with a Dick Dangles goes off sides. Face off outside of the Minnesota Wild in zone in front of their bench. Malkin with the draw. Let's see if he can win this one. He does not. Seth Jones now controls the puck. Passes over to Nugent Hopkins. Over to Kevin Fiala. Tugs with a little push on Nugent Hopkins. Trying to get a little bit more rough stuff going. It's a huge Tugersson on Max Zuccarello Austin. And I guess I'm going to call him that now. Kevin Fiala now passes that over to Connor Brown. Over to Fiala. Shot and scores. Connor Brown 5-3, the Wild are coming back in this one in the third period. At least they're trying to come back, as Connor Brown gets a big goal on a 2-on-1 as Tugs has just left his teammate out to dry. Matthias Ekholm could not defend that 2-on-1 any better, and Connor Brown with a nice snipe over the glove hand of Tuukka Rask, and it's 5-3 now in the third period. Face off, Malkin at the center ice against, I think that's Nugent Hopkins, I don't know for sure. Fiala and Dumba with the assists. Tugs now has the puck, he'll skate that in, passes over, stolen by Luke Kunin. And Luke Kunin now passes over to Seth Jones. Seth Jones behind his net, takes a beat, passes over to Connor Brown, over to Braden Shen. Tugs now has the puck. He'll take a shot and muffined as that was shot blocked in front. Luke Kunin now passes the puck over to Matt Dumba and stolen by Braden Shen. Over to Tugs now in the slot, shoots and saved from Corey Crawford's blocker side. We're going to have a face-off now, and then we're going to go off, and the Wild score again. Kevin Fiala, 5-4. They are on their way back. It's 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third, and the Wild now, Blues have the puck. Shot and saved by, that is Corey Crawford. On the corner now, Seth Jones now has the puck. He'll skate that out of his own zone. No, he was going to turn away and pass that over to Jordan Greenway. The big rig of Minnesota skates right past Tugs and passes over, and that is blocked in front. Dumba over to Greenway and shot and save from Tuukka Rask, and a big hit from Theo Tugersson scores a goal on Joel Eriksson Ek into his own net. Now Joel Eriksson Ek wants to have a little physical play, but Tugs is shrugging him off. Face off to the right of Tuukka Rask. 5:04 in the third period now. Face off, puck goes into the corner, and Ekholm now controls it over to Tarasenko into the zone, and that is over to Braden Shen. He'll score that one now. It's good. It's good. We got a 2-goal lead here in the third period. Braden Shen gets the big insurance one. 14th goal of the season at the 15:30 mark of the third period. A nice dish from Tarasenko and right through the wickets of Corey Crawford, looking like the backup goaltender he is now. He lets in the 6th goal of the game. 4:30 mark we're on, and that is going to be the end of the game as we secure the win in the Twin Cities. The Minnesota Wild go down 6-4. 10 goals in this game, although a bunch of them were off screen, unfortunately. We did get to see a couple goals, though, from the Minnesota Wild on our side, so, yeah, not too bad. 10 goals, though, 6-4. That was one of them that we did get to see. Mats Zuccarello sniping that right past Tuukka Rask. Too bad we couldn't see it because it looked like 1990s porn on my scrambled TV because the graphics are so shitty. I'm going to have to figure that one out in the future. Hopefully you don't leave me because of my shitty graphics, but please join us back for the next episode. Hopefully I can get that fixed up soon. Let's take a look at this. Is Ryan O'Reilly dishes that out, and that was the final goal. It was Tyler Ennis's big goal, and that is 6-4. We're back to the locker room. It's a big one. Coaches, can't complain about what I did out there, but he was not happy as well. Sure, coach, I'll take it. Well, let's go back to the locker room. Let's see what the team grades were for Theo Tugersson. We got no points in this game. 27 minutes time on the ice. We got C+ offense, C defense, B+ team play, and a C overall in this one. 4 shots, 2 tugs. It really wasn't that big of a game for Theo Tugersson. He didn't do too much. Did get a nice win in a fight over Ryan Nugent Hopkins. We got the win, though. That's the big one. The big one, and Malkin wants to talk to Theo Tugersson here. Let's see. Who doesn't love dinosaurs? The boys are headed to the Science Museum. Want to tag along, Theo? I think I'm going to go with the team choice. Let's see what the star says. I don't see what's so interesting. I'll go with the team one. I want to be liked by my teammates here in St. Louis. I like being on the Blues so far, and let's go with I'm gonna see. I'll pay for the team. I got a little bit of money saved up. I haven't really bought anything. I'm saving up for the electric car that they have in this game because I love those. And let's see. We're gonna go to the museum, enjoy the day with my teammates, and thank you for watching this episode. Smash like down below, hit subscribe, and throw us down a comment. Love to hear from anyone that's watching and supporting Dynasty Central Sports. We'll see you next episode with the Sharks coming into St. Louis. We'll see you later.